Okay, I just realized that I done this trade breakdown and it wasn't recording the whole time, so we're gonna quickly do the trade breakdown again. So, um, I took a gold short today. We'll quickly go over this trade. We have this on the daily. We have this bullish trend in order flow on gold, and we've taken the all-time highs here, and we have the Monday highs. We've swept the Monday highs and we're failing to close above, right? So right now we're rejecting off the external high, and we have this internal low with a daily fair value gap resting inside, and then we have this order block, and we have the breaker as well. So uh, yeah, for me, for an external to internal play, the main things I need is firstly the candle closure. Daily, if I'm taking a continuation trade, I need the daily candle to close back inside of the range, which is what we've done here, and we need that internal low to be untapped, being the daily fair value gap. And then I also need the one, and preferably the 4 hour as well, to be bearish as well, right? So we have that. To be honest, I mean, if you look at it, this is kind of a range, but we have this 4 hour order block, right? And we also have the sweep of this high. So usually for a high probability reversal, you usually like to see two sweeps. We have the range high, swept the once, came lower, and then we have the sweep here, and then we displace lower and form this order block, and then we came into it, and we also have this fair value gap, which we kind of closed above, but it's fine because we're still respecting the order block. And then we have this internal high resting inside the 4 hour order block, which we can use as inducement. And then we have these triple equal lows with the daily fair value gap as well as the drawn liquidity. So we have this range, swept the range highs, close back inside of the range. So we can expect price to go from the range lows to the range highs to the range lows, essentially. So that's the main things. That's the main confluences I look for when I'm going from external to internal, essentially trading against the high time frame order flow. But yeah, the issue is when you take these trades, because they're against the high time frame order flow, they're more riskier to trade, and you get more of this chop, and you're more likely to get stopped out taking these types of trades. So I had that in mind anyway, but it was fine. I still took the trade anyway. So 4 hour order block, we have that daily bearish narrative to expect lower towards the daily fair value gap. Stop run inside of it. So we swept the lunch highs, heading into halfway through London close, and then we had this displacement lower, and then we formed this order block and this breaker block, and then we also had this fair value gap. So for me, took a short here inside that fair value gap, and it was the next hourly open as well, right? So next hourly open, high low close, shorted that. This candle closure was a very bearish closure, very bearish candle closure as well, where we swept this high, displaced lower, and closing inside that previous candle's range as well. So usually you would expect the next hourly candle closure to also be displacement lower, but we didn't get that. Instead, we just closed above this down close candle, forming a bullish order block, which is a a really bad sign for the trade to play out. So essentially closed above the breaker, closed above the fair value gap, closed above 50% of this order block. So essentially I closed somewhere here inside of this in one of these candles. It was the next hourly candles open, so I closed around here for like a 0.6% loss, I think. Yeah, around 0.6% I closed the trade, and then and then now price has basically left equal highs here, and it's just chilling around my entry now. So to be honest, I think the bad thing about this trade was, firstly, I probably could have, I don't know, I mean, in hindsight, it was I could have left the trade and then closed at break even, and then I would be basically at no loss for this trade. Or I could have closed it here, and I could have saved 0.4R if it actually went to my SL. But yeah, right now it doesn't really matter anyway. That I made that decision knowing that price could just dump if I close it here, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, gold just ranging, and I can't lie, I'll say the bad thing about this trade is that even though I had all my confluences here, is more about the time of the day that I took the trade, right? So I took this trade at 12 p.m, which is just after London close. So if you take like a lower time frame trade, just it's especially when it's heading towards the daily close, there's a good chance that price can also just chop around, consolidate, instead of actually continuing that displacement lower. But there's also a chance, because we've been ranging the whole day, that because we had this manipulation and displacement lower and form these bearish PD arrays, is that there's a chance that we could just continue lower and dump heading into the daily close and take out these lows, which is why I took this trade basically out of session. But yeah, I say that probably I'd say that's the bad thing about this trade that I've taken. But if this is in like a session, I'd probably still take this trade. But yeah, essentially that's the ideology behind this trade. Sometimes these trades play out, sometimes you have all these confluences and then the trade won't play out. So it's just about the probabilities. If you take the same trade setup every time, you're at least gonna get like a positive. Are you gonna get a positive risk to reward by taking it 100 times, or is your P&L gonna be negative essentially? So I know more times than not, if I have all these confluences on my side and I'm taking the same trades every time, that these trades are more likely to play out than not. So yeah, it is what it is. It's just a loss. So I'm still up on the week from that EU short that I took. So yeah, I'll probably call it a week here now. To be honest, I don't want to get. I think gold will just continue ranging or come lower for this daily fair value gap. So I'd rather not get caught in this consolidation and wait for price to tap the daily fair value gap and try and catch longs instead. So yeah,